I think he might have said something like, full body pic, please. I wrote to him and I said, how are you asking for a full body picture and you're not even showing your teeth? So I like to see smiles. I like to see teeth. I felt like he wasn't really being fair with that request.
I thought she was like complimenting you or something, but it didn't sound like the first comment was a compliment.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a compliment, but it was still intriguing, nevertheless.
Jillian's Bumble conversation starter was actually a criticism. As a dating coach, I usually tell women to keep things positive, but when she checked him, it worked. And later, she checked him again, and Xavier said that's when he knew she was the one. Let's dive into their story.
Another couple here, and full disclosure, this is my first cousin and his wife. So we have my first cousin Xavier Curry and his wife Jillian. Yay! So welcome. I'm gonna get started on the first question. Let's get to know you. So what do you both do for a living?
So I'm an IT vendor manager at a large tech company, and I've been doing that for 11 years. My whole career has been in procurement, contracts, and vendor management. That's what I do during the day. I like doing creative things outside of that. So I have a card business, but I have not done anything with it lately. I am looking to get into interior design, taking courses for that.
Wow. Oh, you're a busy person. I forgot to introduce Eliza. She's under the blankets. We may see her soon, but she's getting fed right now. But I have a little cousin, Eliza. Eliza, then Xavier. What do
Yeah.
you do for a living?
So yeah, I am a IT lead project manager at a hospital in Montgomery, Alabama. I've been in project management for probably about 10 years now. On the side, I have a Airbnb in Montgomery, and I also have another property in Montgomery also that I list on Furnish Finder and Military by Owner. That's tailored towards more mid-term to long-term rentals and then fully furnished property. I do that on the side as well.
We'll make sure to drop the links in the description. So if anybody wants to stay there, if they're in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Let's get started. So how long have you guys been married?
It's been 2 years now. 2 years. Yeah.
Is he right, Jillian?
Yeah, we got married in 2023.
About to be 2 years end of this. What's about to be 3 years? Is it 2 years or 3 years at the end of this month? So we got married on August 31st.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
You're
the
about to.
anniversary is coming up.
And then what site did you meet on?
We met on Bumble.
Bumble. Wow.
Yeah,
It's our
so-
first Bumble couple.
Really?
Yes. How did you meet? Who wants to start with the story first?
Well, I can go ahead and make it short and sweet. With Bumble, I don't know if you're familiar with it. So on Bumble, once you both swipe right, you like each other, the woman has to reach out to you first. So she reached out to me,
Right.
and it was geared towards more based on what I said in my profile. I was saying, hey, I need a full body pic. You don't have a full body pic of you in your profile. Hey, I'm not interested. Her first comment was based on that, which was intriguing to me because most people, they see your pictures, you can write a whole dialogue on your profile, and then the first thing they say is, hey, how are you? They don't say anything about what you wrote. The fact that she made that comment intrigued me. That was a good start.
Yeah, so it sounds like when people just say, hey, how are you? That's like a turnoff.
I hate it. Yeah, you take the time to write all this stuff about you on your profile, and that's all you say. Because now you don't even know they read your profile. They're just
Right.
you know what I mean?
And then you said in your profile, you had something that said that you only want women with full body pics, or how did you word it, or what did you say?
I'm not sure exactly. Do you remember how I worded it?
I think he might have said something like, full body pic, please. I wrote to him and I said, how are you asking for a full body picture and you're not even showing your teeth? Because I like to see smiles. I like to see teeth. I felt like he wasn't really being fair with that request.
I thought she was like complimenting you or something, but it didn't sound like the first comment was a compliment.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a compliment, but it was still intriguing, nevertheless, because there were so many other people that just, hey, how are you? Hey, that just, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, and I'm gonna just say, hey, back.
Okay.
So the fact that she even said that, it was a conversation starter.
Okay, interesting. And you weren't turned off by it because it seemed like she was like
No,
criticizing you almost.
no, because first of all, she already liked my picture. She swiped right.
Okay.
That wasn't a concern. It was just, oh, okay. Well, at least you're starting a conversation somewhere. Okay, cool. This is better.
Interesting.
This is better than you just saying, hey, how are you? No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, these are all good tips for single women who are looking for love. So that's good. That's good feedback.
And no, I agree. Well, and because I had a conversation with somebody I know, you met her at Bubbly Hen in Montgomery, Keisha, the person that's a dentist. She's a dentist. And we were talking about online dating, and she was saying how, like, she would just send those, hey, how are you messages. And I'm like, that's not, well, somebody like me, that's a turn off. Like, if you see my whole profile and that's all you start with, then I'm not, no.
That's a good tip. What about you, Jillian? What do you want to say about when you got on Bumble and you met him and you decided to make that first message?
So I got on Bumble and I was like, okay, I got to put myself out there. I had certain criteria and I was like, if they meet this, I'm gonna swipe, right?
Okay.
So, and he met the criteria. So I swiped and I was like, okay, I'll say something. I wanted, like, I thought he was cute, but I'm like, I need to see your smile. Had he not put that on there, I probably would have been like, do you have a picture of you smiling? Maybe, right? Like showing teeth. But he was kind of, I don't know, I took his statement about like have a full body pic is kind of like, what? Who is he? So that's why I was like, where's your like picture of you smiling with your teeth showing? You know, for you, since you're demanding photos or asking for photos of a full body. His conversation was good. He was very engaging and he was really consistent too. And another thing that I liked was that he asked for my number. Like he didn't take 29 years to ask for my number. So it kind of read to me like, okay, he's not playing around. Let's see what we could have going on. And instead of just delaying and just keeping the conversation to the app. So I liked that.
You said that when he asked for a full body pic, you were like, what? What did that mean to you?
I kind of felt like he was being, I don't know, like demanding, I guess.
Okay.
Like you know, kind of entitled. And I'm like, who are you? I mean, he explained it to me why he put that on there. So I was like, okay, I get it at that point. So I guess the equivalent would have been maybe me saying like, please make sure you have a picture smiling, like showing your teeth. I wondered if it were shallow, like on an app, you're seeing the person. That's typically why, if you see someone in public, based on their appearance is why you may go and talk to them. Exactly. But the app gives a little bit more depth because they're writing about themselves and stuff like that. So it was like, okay, you're cute. You're saying this. Let me find out what's going on here.
So Xavier, why did you have that on your profile?
Because basically, she just mentioned if you meet somebody in person, you see them. When you see them, so to expand on that, you see them fully. You see them from head to toe. You see how much you see. Are they big? How much they weigh? You can make a full physical assessment. That's what you're attracted as a man. That's what you're attracted to initially. The physical.
Okay.
Based on that physical, you may approach them, and then it may work. It may not. They may be attracted to you. They may not be. But at least you see them, and that's that physical initial physical attraction. I'm like, yo, just a face. Yeah, that's fine. But what does the rest of you look like before I spend all this time with you? Then we decide to meet, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not really that attractive. So yeah.
Okay.
That's why, and I think like you put it out there. You be honest. I don't think I said it in a mean way or arrogant or something like that. Because it'd be one thing if I said I need a full body picture, but I don't have a full body picture. That's one thing, but I'm just asking for the same thing that I'm putting out there. That's all.
Okay. Did you say something similar when to respond as your first response to her? Did you say something similar when she responded back about where's your teeth pictures? How did you respond to that?
I laughed and then I sent her a picture of me smiling.
You laughed and then you said what? What did you say after that?
I said I sent a picture.
Oh, you sent her a picture of you smiling. That's what you said. Gotcha. And then you said that Xavier asked for your number pretty quickly. Can you estimate how long that took for him to actually for your number?
So we had this discussion before, and I thought it was a few days, and I think he told me it was the following week or something.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, at that time.
But it wasn't that long, but I don't remember exactly.
I think it was maybe like a few days.
Okay,
Yeah.
not How soon did you guys go on your first date?
First real date. So since we met on the app, of course we had to meet in person first, and that was when he asked me to pick him up from the airport.
Yep.
That was November, like late November after Thanksgiving.
How
Yeah.
long was that from when you first met on a dating app?
I think it was late October. That was like super quick. It was me picking him up from the airport and dropping him off at his cousin's house. But our first real date was
When we went
December,
to
January, maybe December,
maybe December-ish when we went to go
to the St. James.
Yeah, St. James, yeah. So it was like a live music venue.
Yeah.
So I drove
Okay.
up here, got a hotel. Yeah, basically went to a concert.
So you guys lived in separate places.
Montgomery,
You lived in
Atlanta.
Montgomery. She lived in Georgia.
2 hours and 10 minutes separation.
Okay. You didn't see each other a lot because you lived 2 hours away.
Correct. Yeah. But we did
Okay.
video chat, which was
Every day.
really- Yeah, every day, which was
Oh.
really important and helpful to me.
Okay. So you had daily video chats.
Yeah.
Okay. And that helped with you getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took about 2 months after you met on the dating app to go on your first date because it was
Yeah.
like December.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to talk about the first date first of how that went?
You can go ahead. You can talk about it.
Okay.
So, again, he was asking for full body pics. For this date, he said, do not wear flats.
So demanding he is.
To me, it was a joke. It was a joke.
And I was like, what? You're not going to tell me what to do. I wasn't really going to wear flats, but I had some super cute flats that looked just like the heels that I was going to wear. But when he was like, no, you can't wear flats. I was like, excuse me? I shouldn't even go on this date. But anyway, whatever. So went on the date. I wore the heels.
I have to interrupt. I have to ask Xavier, what's up with asking her to wear flats?
Well, again, I was joking because I'm
Okay.
like, this is not a flat attire event. But if she wore flats, I would have been mad. But it was more of a joke on my end.
Okay. Okay.
He actually not, if you wear flats, we're not going. It wasn't like that. But she took it, obviously. She took it like I was
No.
serious
So
about that.
I didn't know him that well at that point, right? So
Okay.
like my guard is up. Okay, is this
Mhm.
person gonna be like demanding, trying to control what I do? So kind of like that. And my
Right.
were very dressy. He didn't understand that they would have been appropriate, but I didn't wear flats anyway. So we went to the St. James. It was a jazz venue. And that was
Mhm.
really nice. I thought that was a really nice first date. And afterwards, we went to like a local bar around where I live,
Okay.
a restaurant, and we
Mhm.
just we sat and talked with a few people. I think that was it for that night.
Because it rained hard that night.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
really
really?
hard. And
Mhm.
I lived really close to where we went, but
Mhm.
I mean, part of me wanted to just be like, oh yeah, come over. But I was trying to gain a standard. No, like this is our first date. You're not gonna
Right.
come to my house on
She
our first
She
date.
wanted me to come over.
No, I like that's a rule.
Yeah.
You can't come over. Like it was really nice. It was romantic, and then we had like more casual chill after.
Okay. Anything you want to add, Xavier, about the date?
No, I mean the date was cool. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And like you said, we went to basically after that we went to basically it was a dive bar, but it was
Okay.
very cool. Yeah, and I enjoyed myself.
I guess that part was where we got to actually like talk more because we were watching a show on the actual.
Oh, yeah. So I always ask, was it love at first sight? But that wasn't your first time seeing each other. When you first saw each other, I guess, when he was at the airport, was it love at first sight? How did you guys feel when you first saw each other?
So it wasn't love at first sight for me. I don't think I believe in love at first sight. I felt good, like, okay. He said I scared him with my driving. I was really just playing around. He kept talking to me, so
Playing around while
really,
driving.
he didn't feel in danger of his life. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, it wasn't love at first sight. I'm with her on that. Like I don't even know what that means. I mean, that's just so attractive. I don't know. That's just so attractive to somebody. It's like it has to be love. I mean, I don't know. So
I think everybody has said no so far since I asked him.
yeah.
Okay. After the first date, who brought up becoming exclusive first? Or how long after that you guys become exclusive?
It was a while. We became exclusive like
6 months, maybe?
October of that
Okay.
year. Like officially, like in a relationship. I think it was October. Yeah. But before we started like getting to know each other, I asked him like, what are you looking for? Because I'm not here to play games. And he pretty much was like, I'm open, because he had recently been in a relationship that he ended. And so I pretty much was like, well, I'm not going to be here forever and ever. Amen. And then I felt like people were flirting on his social media. And I hadn't even been on there in like years, but I got back on because he wanted to show me a video with him playing drums. So I'm like, okay, I'm back on here now. Like, these people are flirting with you. Like, what is going on? Yeah, we talked about it a few times, and I think that he was kind of hesitant just because he had recently gotten out of something. I had gotten out of a relationship maybe like a year before. Almost 2 years before I met him. I was more open to a relationship versus him, where he was like, oh, I'm open, and what is that? What does that mean? So,
Okay.
but yeah, you can answer too.
I mean, you summed it up pretty good. I just got out of a relationship I was in like for like 4 years, 4.5.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
And I think there was a little trauma involved with it also. Like, open to dating. I know that's one of the ways how you get over. You gotta, acknowledge things that happened in your previous relationship, but sometimes you have to go out and meet new people. So I get that.
Right.
But it was just one of those things like, it's still kind of, the past still was kind of there. And
Right.
so that's what was making, I think it was hard to commit to something else.
Other women, I always have to ask questions I think other women would want me to ask. So why were you on a dating app if you weren't open to a relationship?
Because you don't have, so I was open to a relationship, but at the same time, on Bumble, I believe I asked you, like, what are you looking for? Not like, hey, yes, it's all, I want to be in a relationship. That's why I'm on Bumble. It's like, you can just be like, hey, I'm just here to meet people, meet new people. I would like, that's why I said, I'm open. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
At this point.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
But you were still a little, I don't know if scarred is the right word, but you were still little, you had little bruises.
That's a good way to put it.
Jillian, what made Xavier stand out?
He looked like he presented himself well. He seemed confident. He was attractive. Yeah, he met my criteria. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna swipe. And I just want to say, I thought I was swiping on people who were like living in Atlanta, and then I come to find out he was living in Montgomery. And I was like, what in the world? Also, too, he was consistent in his conversation. Like, a lot of my other conversations died out like very quickly. I probably had like 18 conversations going at once.
Okay.
Yeah. So the others died out pretty quickly, and it was consistent.
Nice.
Yeah, he just seemed he wasn't trying to play games about getting to know me.
Good. Xavier, what made Jillian stand out?
Personality, and the real thing, that's after we started dating, when I was like, oh, I think she, you know what I'm saying? But just on Bumble, I can't really remember everything you said on your profile. It was just when I was getting to know you, you seemed down to earth, family oriented, you had a good relationship with your mom, and you just seemed kind of like a 180 from what I was dealing with. I mean, honestly, it's like, But what really made me think like, oh, she may be the one, and I always tell this story. One day I called her, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just play a trick on her. And so I was like, I'm gonna act like I'm upset and mad and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. You called me, I called you, I don't remember. But anyway, she was like, hello, or she called me. I was like, yo, so I can't believe you did this, and that. And I just started just kind of going off. But it was a joke.
Wow.
It was a joke. And she let me finish, and she said, Xavier, do you think that was nice?
Wow.
Just like that. Just like that.
Very good.
I said, hey, you know what? No, it wasn't nice. I'm sorry. And it was a joke.
So good.
That response had me like, okay, I think I got one.
Wow.
Honestly,
that
just
shows
that
a lot of emotional intelligence.
Yes. That right there was like, yo, okay.
Because the average woman would just start yelling back at you.
Exactly.
But you didn't do that. That's really good.
I practiced.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
I always tell that story like, yo, that's what really made me think like, oh, okay, I think I got one here.
Wow. What were you thinking while he was playing his little joke on you?
I don't even remember. I think for me, I'm going to try and de-escalate. I think I was thinking, what are you talking about? I don't like how you're being towards me. What can I do to like bring him down? de-escalate.
Nice.
I'm not gonna respond in the same manner. Yeah.
Very impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
Xavier started saying what made him know that you were the one. Can you answer that question? Like, what made him think that's a little down, but we're just going to ask that question.
So there were times when it was like two distinct times when he did something that made me want to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking to him. I think it was like nobody but God just turned the situation around to where I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'll stick it out. Like, I can forgive him. And, so it was that, the consistency. Oh, like we could work through our problems. Like
Good.
to talk through our problems. We always like I don't like people raising their voice at me. And we could actually talk through things. Like, he can be understanding and say, okay, I can see it from this point of view. That really stood out to me. Oh yeah. And also, like, I felt a sense of like calm. Whereas in previous relationships, it was a lot of anxiety. And I think, when you're younger or haven't really done work on yourself, you think that, oh my gosh, that's what it's supposed to be like. But once you learn, like, okay, maybe some of that stuff was because it just was not healthy. You're met with like calm, cool, chill. It's like, okay, this feels good. And he felt like home to me. I could talk to him about stuff.
Wow. I love that you said he felt like home to you. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Okay. So let's move down a little bit. And you mentioned that I guess you guys went exclusive in October. Was it the year after you went on your first date? So probably you were.
Oh yeah, because I think we went on the date in December and we became exclusive October the following year.
Oh, the following year. So that whole time, what was happening? You just
Yeah.
talked regularly, or?
Like, I'd say officially in a relationship. And I think we were exclusive like for a while after that. Maybe like, I guess Valentine's Day-ish. Yeah, like I wasn't involved with anybody else. Just him, but we weren't officially in a relationship.
Okay. So during that year, like how often would you see each other when you were dating
Twice a
or
month.
talking to each other?
Every other weekend, almost
Every other weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. For those women who happen to be in a long distance relationships. Did you like take turns?
Yeah. So we took turns I'd go to Montgomery every other weekend and he'd come to Atlanta every other weekend. Yeah, so it was good. Thank you. And there were times when it would change a little bit. Just if there was an event, we may see each other more frequently or something like that. So, and then we take trips together. So
nice. How long did you date before you actually got married?
So we became officially a couple in October 2020. And then we got married in 2023, August. So maybe, I guess
3 years.
3 years.
Okay.
I think so. He's like,
It was like 2 years, but okay.
Oh, well, maybe before we got engaged.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We got engaged December 2022. Was it? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, because we got married August.
Yeah, that's good. What do you like now that you've been married? What do you most like about Xavier now that you've been married for a while? And
more than one thing. So I like his openness. Like, that's really important to me. He's the type of person where if he's gonna do something, he won't necessarily say, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, he'll just do it. A lot of us talk about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that. But with him, he'll keep it to himself and then you'll just see him doing it. I like that. I also like that we can have conversation. He self-reflects, like he's not afraid to apologize or anything like that. So he just in the same vein of like being open. He's open to new things, but he's also open to like seeing himself, being reflective, like seeing things from different points of view. So I'd say, yeah, he's open in like all aspects.
nice. That's really good. Very good qualities.
Yeah.
What about you, Xavier? What do you like about Jillian now that you've been married for a few years?
She holds me accountable for whatever the case may be, but she's honest. And she knows how to express how she feels without saying it in a certain type of way. You need to blah, blah, blah. You need to do that. The way she expresses it and words it, and I know she's doing it deliberately to not try to start something.
Good.
I get it. It's better received all the time. Sometimes, whatever it is, sometimes it is frustrating, of course. But I understand what she's saying, and I appreciate the fact that she's taking the time out to just say, blah, 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 blah. She always tries to say it to a point where it's not like, basically, it's not trying to start an argument. You know, I think
Right.
that's the first thing. But with being able to express how she feels about something.
I mean, it matters the way someone says something to you. So
Yeah.
that's good that she's deliberate and not saying it in a way that will start an argument. That's good.
Yep.
What advice do you have for people who are getting on dating apps, they're trying to find someone, they're trying to find their person? What advice do you give to them?
For me, I'd say be you, like be your true self. So, but that involves, I guess, work before you even get on the app. Know yourself and be yourself.
Okay.
There's 8 billion people on this planet, so everyone's not gonna like you, and that's fine. And you won't like everyone else. I think it's really important to be yourself and fail fast. So if you have criteria, if you want to have 18 conversations like I did, like you recognize quickly. And I think that's the other part about being yourself, right? You could probably quickly pick up on someone that you probably wouldn't vibe well with. So it just because things don't work out with one person, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of meeting somebody else. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, and it doesn't mean you've got to take it personally. Like
Yeah.
the way I look at things is like it just doesn't align, and that's okay. It's getting you closer to meeting someone that you probably will align well with.
Good. All great advice. What about you, Xavier? What advice do you give to people who are looking to meet someone on a dating app?
I had a good answer, and then she started grabbing my beard, and I started I tried to show it, so I kind of lost my train of thought. Don't be discouraged.
Okay. That's
you
good.
know, it may be somebody who everything may sound good, that they're just read on their profile, it may look good, whatever, and the conversation doesn't work, or you may go out on a date with somebody and it doesn't work. But it's just like,
Right.
if you meet somebody in person, it doesn't always work in person. Sometimes that one doesn't work, on the dating app. But it probably was saving you from heartache or whatever the case may be.
Amen.
Just
Yeah.
understand that, everything happens for a reason, and just keep that in mind.
That's good. I like that. Don't be discouraged because there's a lot of discouraged people out there. And then what marriage advice do you have?
I'd say constantly remind yourself that you're on the same team.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially like early in marriage and having a child too.
Yeah.
Sometimes like we do different things differently, and we may think our way is the only way, and that's not the case. Constantly remind yourself of that. Date each other. And I had a third one, forgive.
Oh, forgive. Yeah.
Constantly. Yeah.
Be consistent as much as possible, because life happens, things are going to happen, but try to be as consistent as possible. How you treat each other when you were dating, try to be as consistent as possible. Treat that person the same way you treated them, especially when you're married. Now you're together, life happens, but you still have to treat them the same. You still want to date each other, you know what I'm saying? And just don't get stagnant and just stuck in a rut and just coming home to the point where you become roommates. You don't want to get to that point.
So then my last question is, what is your favorite part about being married? What is your favorite part?
I get to harass him when I feel like, no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I have my best friend that if I get an idea, I'm like, oh, so let me tell you this idea. Or if I see something, my best friend lives with me. I can joke on him when I want. I can joke on him when I want. He can do the same. Yeah. I always have someone to come home to.
I love it.
And just having a partner that I feel 100% committed to, physically, financially, emotionally, all of that. Because we're aligned when it comes to finances, which that could be a whole nother discussion, because everybody can't say that about their marriage. But I think we're in a good position there. And just being able to basically discuss anything.
That's good. So is there anything else you want people to know, or anything I didn't ask that I should have asked? Anything?
You're not going to always get along. But at the end of the day, like she just mentioned earlier, just knowing at the end, you're on the same team.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, teamwork makes the dream work. So always keep that in mind. It's not going to always be sunny days. No rain, no rainbows, right?
Good. No, you guys are wonderful. So thank you for this interview. I know it's going to inspire other women who are thinking that there's no good people out there. But yeah, it's really good just to hear your story of how you guys met and how marriage is going for you. So thank you for this interview.
No problem. And I do want to let the women know, like, I'm 41 and I just
Okay.
had my first child at 41. And
Oh,
I'm
yes.
like 39, 40 years old. So it's possible. Don't lose hope. It's better to
Yes.
have a good partner than just any partner.
Yes, that's good. Thank you. That is very encouraging for women who are around 40 in their 40s looking for a guy. So thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe for more real life love stories from couples who met on dating apps. And if you're ready to find your own person, I've linked some free resources below to help you get started. See you in the next video.